Let's take you now to Burkina Faso, where some 600 people were shot dead by Al-Qaeda-linked militants in an August attack on a town in the country. Now, this is according to a French government security assessment that nearly doubles the death toll cited in earlier report. Here are some facts you should know. It's coming up on your screens. Now, 600 people shot dead by Al-Qaeda-linked militants in an August attack in a town in Burkina Faso. Well, civilians were shot dead as they dug trenches to defend the remote town of Basaglogo. While the military junta has not taken responsibility for having told civilians to dig the trenches without any protection amid a heightened threat from jihadists, survivors said that the regime did not want them to speak out about what happened. Well, Blessed Suga of our International Affairs Desk joins us in the studio with details of this. Blessed, what exactly happened?
Well, the exact circumstances surrounding this very attack is not known, except to say that there are various and varied accounts as to what the death toll might be, which is now confirmed that indeed some civilians were killed in Burkina Faso. The French report is indicating that they do not believe the 600 people that we're talking about, and that the death toll could have been more than double of the numbers that we're seeing. But for now, international media and local reports appear to be pointing to this 600 people who have been killed in the area. Burkina Faso is just the tip of the iceberg, because if you look at the entire Sahel, it appears to be a significant threat to coastal West Africa. Violent extremism appears to have ravaged Burkina, Niger, and Mali, who are now known to be forming the Sahelian Alliance, except to say that that threat is moving downward south to countries relatively stable, such as Ghana, Nigeria, and the others. Is the reason for which, as we speak now, Ghana's delegation has moved to Washington, the United States of America, as we speak, to engage with the U.S. side on a high-level interaction relating to security. As we speak, the National Security Minister, as you can see on the screens there, has been interacting with the Deputy Secretary of State, Kate Campbell, and of course a delegation as well from the U.S. side, including Virginia Palmer, who's the ambassador of the U.S. to Ghana now. And what they are seeking to do basically is to now collaborate, because it is becoming evident that the attacks of violent extremists are moving towards countries such as Ghana. So the statement that you read there was a joint release by the United States government and the Republic of Ghana. The basic point is that the two countries acknowledge that there is indeed an imminent threat up north, which the president has spoken about. You call that infamous and, of course, quite unpopular statement from the president when he said that Wagner was benefiting from the military regime in Burkina Faso. We don't know what the strategy of Ghana is, except to say that with this very statement coming through from the U.S. and of course, our side, which is the Republic of Ghana, led by the National Security Minister, Albert Kandapa, and we have the Defense Minister himself, Dominic Nitul, in that shot, as you see. It is becoming clear that there will be an advancement of a strategy which is not being disclosed now, but it will obviously include some military support from the United States, knowing that the Sahelian states have clearly, of course, declared their interest and partnership with Russia. It's the reason for which we're seeing this U.S.-Ghana military dialogue taking place at such a crucial time, where many say that the threats are beginning to become imminent to coastal West Africa.
But has there been any official response from Burkina authorities?
We're yet to learn more from the Burkinabe regime. If you learn much more about their approach, they have been hands-on, declaring their intent to go on a full military-scale approach in tackling the threats of violent extremism. But on the relatively stable side, which is Ghana and the other coastal countries, Nigeria inclusive, and through the multilateral ECOWAS joint framework, what the sub-region is seeking to do is to use a multifaceted approach, which Ghana has also adopted. So there's an economic leg to it, because then you'd have to empower the people in the northern belt so they are able to effectively respond to, any form of misinformation or malinformation, as you'd want to call it, which would then help in either indoctrinating young people in the north to take up arms and ammunition. So it appears that that threat has also been spotted by both the U.S. and Ghana, a reason for which in the joint statement as well, we understand that there will be some efforts at tackling misinformation, which the U.S. side has always accused Russia of meddling in the Sahel. But beyond that as well, there's a good news for Ghana as well. Recently, Ghana has been experiencing some sort of dry spell or drought, if you want to call it as such, in the northern parts of the country. From the security dialogue, there's a human dimension to it. So it appears that we're going to be receiving, quote, support as the U.S. government has committed to towards the Republic of Ghana. So interesting days ahead, but we wait to see what the ultimate advancement, as the statement is saying, of military cooperation between the U.S. and Ghana will be in the country.
Thank you, Blessed Suga. He heads our Foreign Affairs desk here at Joe News. We'll be back.